Only stop playing so gently. We're rocking, aren't we?
Yeah, we're rocking.
Fine.
Greetings, Internet. We're rocking, apparently. We're quite excited about this because yesterday we made a video comparing a Marshall slant front 412 with 4 G12T-75s in it to a single reformer with a G12T-75 in it, this one here. Yep. Both at 16 ohms, so it was a completely fair comparison, and we were blown away.
Yes, we were.
It was a bit surreal. You might say, oh yeah, but you need more power to push more speakers, but it doesn't work like that. It's the opposite. The more speakers you have, the less power you need to push air, because you don't hear speakers, you hear air being moved by speakers. So you double your speaker area, you get 3 dB more efficiency, you double it again, you get another 3 dB, 6 dB more efficiency, and bearing in mind 10 dB more is twice as loud.
Yeah. 6
dB more is a fair bit louder, because twice as loud.
50% more, but roughly?
Well, it sounds a lot louder.
Yeah.
But it doesn't in that video, and it didn't in the room.
But it didn't.
So watch that video, because that should be up before this one.
Yeah.
And we were really impressed.
That's a great driver, right?
Yeah, the G12T-75 is...
We've never considered it. We've never demoed it.
No.
I've never thought about it.
No,
it's one of the weird drivers that we don't sell too often that's at the back of the selection, and it sounds
amazing.
It's
only the driver that's been in almost every Marshall 412 since it replaced the Creamback as their default.
But it never gets ordered. It never just gets considered in the same way that the Creambacks do, and whatever, you know.
No, we're sorry, because...
yeah, we've done a disservice.
Wow.
We're gonna change that
it's sort
today,
of, well, you'll hear it, but I was really surprised how good it was.
It's great. Yeah, I mean, I've got no idea. I haven't even thought about this video until starting now, what I'm expecting from each driver, so let's just find out.
Yeah, we are going to rock. We've got Reverend Telecaster thing, and we've got a Reverend double humbucker baritone there, and we've got a Sire Les Paul that keeps going out of tune and we're getting quite annoyed with. So
we're not doing that.
Yes.
But that's all right, we can rock on this.
Going to start with the V30, and then we've got Creamback H-75, we've got the G12T-75, and we've got the Redback H-150. They're probably all called G12.
60, 75, 75, 150.
Yeah, or another way to look at it, 100 dB, 100 dB, 97 dB, 100 dB.
Wow.
So the G12T-75 is the quietest according to that one nominal number. We'll find out. The power difference, you know, doesn't make any difference because we're way below the max power. We're using a FUZZ Blackjack 21.
21 watt. Yeah.
Which is lovely. And we've got it loudish in here.
Yeah. This is at least 100, right?
Let me use my DB app, which is quite good. Okay.
Loud.
Yeah,
but
it's not quiet.
As we should be, I think.
I've got my earplugs in.
I don't. Shall we?
Yes.
Cool.
That's cool.
I'm finding this more difficult than usual because I'm actually watching what you're doing there and playing simpler. I always have to focus on playing. But it's because I'm really interested in these because I like them all and I want a new driver in my cab. And they're all amazing, so I don't know now. we had to redo this because we actually had the low cut on the Redback, and it sounded so full that time. But
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
It's amazing, and I always think of it in my head to have this like high end thing like the V30, but it doesn't.
I think it's
quite
got
as brittle.
highs. I think it's less MIDI. What I've heard so far,
Yeah,
Redback's the chunkiest sounding.
massive.
Creamback's got more mid-range, H75.
Yeah.
V30's more mid-range still, but in a different way, and a cleaner mid-range. And the G12T-75, I still haven't quite got my head round.
Me neither.
Play some more stuff.
We're just gonna stay heavy too, because we're doing a rock thing, right? These are rock-ish drivers.
Yeah.
We're not
What other
jazzing.
sounds have you got on there? What was that? Just the amp overdriving?
No, that's the full tone OCD.
Oh, okay, cool.
So that is quite dirty. Yeah.
Do you want to try the fuzz face?
Should we go for it?
Yeah. Okay, it's starting to make more sense.
It is.
So the H75 is the messiest and most mid-rangey. It's kind of has lots of messy, dirty mids.
That's why I was playing the E over F for the clashy thing.
Yeah.
To see how they put up with that, and that it came through, but in a nice Aggie kind of way. But you could hear the difference in the notes.
The V30 has
so-
a mid-range push, but it's a cleaner mid-range.
It came across as really bright for me. In that one. It felt like I was changing pickups to a brighter pickup every time you changed.
The G12T-75, it's got less bite. It's got less mids than either. It's got less bite in the top. It's smooth. It's very nice sounding.
It's not a million miles away from the 65 Heritage.
I was thinking that too.
That's what I keep thinking. It doesn't feel exactly the same.
It's chunkier, I think.
Yeah, but it's got that same. It's a mid-cut thing, right? I'm not going to say scooped, but it's not mid-cut. But
what I noticed when we went from the G12T-75 to the Redback,
yeah,
it was like someone had turned up the treble and the bass.
Yeah.
They were quite similar in their vibe, but the Redback had a load more bite, which really came through with the fuzz.
Right, okay.
And even more chunk down low. I think the G12T-75's got more going on down low than the 75 Creamback or the V30.
Should we try?
It's quite closely related to the Redback.
Shall we do a little bit of clean before we go to the baritone?
Yeah.
I'm always intrigued, because I know we say that overdrive and the harmonic distortion, everything, the overtones you get from that shows off the differences more. But, I mean, depending on what you do, I spend so much time in that world.
Yeah.
That, like, let's see what they do.
Sit down.
Where are we starting? Redback?
Low. Right, yeah, on the Redback.
I'm hearing the same.
Yeah.
Just not as pronounced. Which is great. Sometimes we do this on clean and it's like, oh, which one is that? I'm still hearing the differences of that.
So I think the G12T-75 is fatter sounding. It's quieter. It's definitely the quietest of the four.
Fatter than what?
All of them, actually.
Even the Redback?
I think the Redback's deeper, but I think there's something about there's a weight, and a warmth, and it's kind of focused and smooth. It sounds, of the four, it's the most produced sounding. It sounds the most like it's already been tidied to sit nicely in a mix. This H75, it is weird how when you go to that, the H75 Creamback, it gets this extra mid-range, but I feel a lot of the mid-range isn't because the frequency response has more mids, it's that it adds mids through having more distortion. It's a dirtier way of adding mids.
So you get in the harmonics.
Yes, and when you go to the V30, you get more mids in a clean way. They've both got a similar quantity of mid-range, but one's
cleaner.
So
that's why it sounds sparklier and bitier at times. Because
I mean, I noticed that the Redback's definitely got the most top of all four of them. Yeah. I think there's top end above where.
But I feel like it's the V30 because of what you're not getting like you do in the Redback. It kind of lies to me that I think that's the brightest.
The V30's got a lot of lower treble, upper mid range
because it doesn't have that bottom that does.
Yes, that's that as well.
Then I've noticed the highs more, even though that does technically have the highs more.
The G12T-75 is a very nice sounding driver, and on those grounds, it is quite like the Heritage.
It's so like the Heritage. I'm really intrigued to put them together. Let's see if we can mess it up. I'm sure we can give it a go.
Really good. The G12T-75 is really good at heavy stuff.
Yeah.
It takes the edge off when you're putting a lot of dirt on and you end up with that fizz that you don't actually want, but it gets created as part of the process of making the extra dirt.
Totally.
That just takes it off, and it also clears out some space in the mid-range.
Totally.
It doesn't get as honky and messy as the others.
Yeah, there was some honk coming. I couldn't tell where that was from.
I think when people are playing with a V30 in a heavy context, there's quite a bit of EQ going on. I think the V30 has a lot of mid-range. It's not got as much top as people think. It
sometimes feels a bit, that like telephone EQ thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sometimes it does that in the right.
And
context.
the H-75 Creamback did it even more. I thought with that much drive, I thought that got really quite messy and honky.
Yeah. So that's a kind of driver, the 75 Creamback, that I would never play. But it's amazing for the right sound.
It's one of the most popular ones we sell.
It is. Yeah, it is, yeah.
Just in case you're wondering who we are and what we do, we make these incredible cabs, and what's different about them is that they actually work better. Most guitar cabs aren't like this. Oh, there's one here. So, one of those. Look. Oh, that's a complicated one. Let me not show you that one. I'll show you the back of this one. There we go. It has this thing in the back, the AVD. And that's why I can be sitting down here and listening, and Louis can be standing there really quite close to them. And we can hear them properly, and we're hearing a very similar sound to what you're hearing from that large diaphragm condenser we've got down there, which you can't do with normal guitar speakers because they have such narrow dispersion, and our AVD enclosure that all the guitar cabs have solves that problem out in the room. Yeah. And they're also comically light because we make them differently. So look, they've got beefy drivers in them, but it's still, one little finger lift. And they're not light drivers, these are heavy ferrite magnet speakers. So that's why it's working. That's why you're hearing this. And that's why it's worth us discussing different speakers, because you can actually hear the difference in sound properly.
It makes a world of difference, doesn't it?
It does.
It's something I, only know now because I've worked here. But changing your driver is the best thing you can do for your tone.
Yeah.
And obviously get one of these.
Yeah.
But put the right driver in it, and it's a world of difference.
But don't worry about choosing the right driver, because we're getting really good at it.
That's why we're doing these videos.
Yeah. We already knew quite a bit. I mean, I'm from an engineering background, and I'm a bass player, and I think about sound an awful lot.
I just play.
Who plays guitar? Everyone here plays something.
Yeah, everyone's a player.
There's a lot of good ears here, a lot of experience, and we're building our library
Bit of a database,
knowledge.
Yeah, I've learned so much.
And hopefully you're learning something from it and will come and buy an excellent cab from us. Because seriously, stop buying more guitars and pedals, just get a really good cab. And then you'll hear the stuff you own. And your bandmates will hear you.
Yeah.
Do we want to do anything else with those, or do we think we are enlightened?
I'm enlightened.
I'm enlightened.
It's going to be marginal differences now, and I'm playing a P90, but it's going to show the same stuff, isn't it?
So. That's not a typical combination, G12T-75 and P90, but you never know, they might work quite well together.
Yeah.
I would like to hear that versus the 65 Heritage.
I want to hear them together.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, you think the pairing of them?
Stack them in the uprising, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
That'd be cool. We'd like to do some low volume stuff. Well, not low volume, low power, low...
Yeah, low power.
Yeah.
That's the best way of describing it.
Yeah, low power drivers.
Greenbacks.
Greenback, blue.
What's the blue?
Suggest any others you like.
Blue, 25? What? 20 what?
15?
15? Same as the EVH, yeah. Like, consider this is...
I think the EVH is 20 and the Greenback's 25.
This is 150, so there is...
Anniversary, we try that as well, that's 30.
I don't know anything about that one.
That's really cool sounding. We did do a video with it.
Did we?
Yeah.
We've done so many.
Yeah, so we'll do that as well. We'll be back with more videos. Thank you. Like, subscribe, share, buy our things because they'll make you sound better. Yes. And make us happy. Goodbye.